So the first way I want to teach you how to use Baptiste's ult is in front of gravitons, okay? It absolutely melts to gravitons. One of you go, Zarya. And I'll show you. And I'll show you how to place it. You don't place it in front of your team. You place it in front of the grav so that everybody can shoot, okay? Because maybe your team might be in the distance. Then you can grab anytime. Like you place it over here and then you essentially try to melt through it, okay? You need a little bit of extra damage in that scenario. But essentially you place it in front of the grav and not over here in the back, because if you place it in the back, then only you will benefit from it. If you place it in front, then the rest of your team can benefit from it also. So this is like you place it over here in front rather than in the back.
Fire at will.
With extra damage you should be able to just melt through it. So this is the first usage, okay? A lot of Baptistes just use like they grab in front and then you use your ult over here, you know? The second way to use Baptiste's ultimate is to break Orisa's shields. And the way you do it is this. First time, people spam Orisa's shield. And second time, after the second shield places, you want to ult in front of Orisa's shield so people can just break through it, and usually they play in bunker comps, like now with Lucio. So yeah, I'll show you in a second. Shoot, now we shoot. Places second shield, ult in front, break it, so Orisa doesn't have the cooldown up again, okay? Because usually when you go around the chokes, then Orisa is like full shield, you know? You're gonna break the first shield and then you're going to have like the second shield available. And this is why you want to ult not on the first shield but on the second shield. So they don't like they can't back out, you know? Third, essentially, you ult choke points. There's nothing complicated about it.
Cease your resistance. I feel unstoppable.
Like the third way is essentially ulting choke points, the way that everybody thought that you should use Baptiste's ult, so that everybody can benefit from it. You don't use it in front of you, you just use it right here in front. So like you essentially see them, everybody can benefit because it's a choke point, and that's about it. But you see the problem with ulting choke points? If the enemy is fast enough, then they can just walk through it. Like imagine having a speed boost in this scenario. So if, let's say, the enemy goes over here, they can counter your ultimate by A, waiting it up, or B, just speed boosting through it. And you will eventually not be able to use it properly. The way you should use it is not essentially in the door of the choke point, but a little bit to you, so that your team can still benefit. Like you see, if you use it here in the choke, it doesn't cover the whole choke and it's way in front. If you use it over here, then it essentially extends over the choke, and your team can still benefit from it. And the enemy team can get melted by it, okay? So a lot of players use it way too in front, as I did in the beginning. If you use it in front, it's like, you see, it doesn't cover the whole choke point. A lot of people just try to block the entire choke, but your ult is essentially a free wall, you know? Like a weird wall. Like let's say you want to ult people here, you will not use your ultimate here. You will use it a little bit over here, so you make the choke point a little bit bigger. Like instead of here, they walk in, and now you see how small my wall is. But if I drag it over here, my team can still profit from it, and I can still shoot. See? Like although it's not perfectly placed, it's way better than just ulting over there in the small distance. So that's the third way you use it. Use it for choke points, okay? Fourth way is what I would call the free Q ult, okay? The self ultimate. Fourth way is the self ultimate, chat. The self ultimate is an ult that essentially allows you to turn the tides of the fight and using it in a selfish way, okay? So let's say there's no way you can use it in front of the Graviton. There's no way you can use it in front of a Graviton. There's no way you can use it in front of a choke point so everybody can benefit. You cannot use it in front of Orisa's shield. You will just use it for yourself. Okay, this is like the most common way in my opinion to use his ultimate just for yourself. So let's say I'm in a 1v1, use this personal, and I use it for myself, okay? I'm moving constantly around to try to get the damage in, and that's about it. You wouldn't like in this way you would use it for a 1v1, but you can also use it heal-wise. For example, your team is in front. Your team is in front, and then you can use your ult to amplify the healing for you. Wait, whisper then. Okay. So, still a personal ult, you know, like a self ult. Use it so that you can heal your allies. So next time take damage and you use it to amplify the healing. Healing does 120 rather than 160. Okay? So you essentially increase your healing input by 100%, output by 100%. You know? Still a self ultimate for yourself. Okay? Up. Okay, now this ult is like mini combos. A lot of people don't forget to use ults in mini combos. For example, they're grouped up over here mid. I will throw the E here inside, and then you're just going to ult over here in front. Okay then? So I will ult over here and you stay over here so you get cover from your E. When you do this, try to use Immortality Field. So let's ult. And then just stays in the range of the Immortality Field, and just nobody can focus, nobody can kill her. Okay, so the fifth way is for mini combos like this. You can do mini combos even without ultimates. For instance, I mean, like with this, but you can do like a budget version of it without the ult. But the entire video is essentially about how to use ultimates, so this is just a small add-on to it. Example, you have a Bastion, you have an Orisa, or I don't know, you have a Hanzo, you want to increase his damage, you throw this, and then the damage will go on and nobody can kill that person. So when you do combos like this, you want to pair it up with your Immortality Field and of course Shift. So these are like 5 times. Okay, you have your ult, you don't have a choke, you don't have a graviton, you don't want to use personal, you don't have whatever, okay? None of the before mentioned stuff line up. You will ask your Reinhardt, still as a mini combo, to keep the firestrike. So when they group up, your Reinhardt will try to kill them with the firestrike. Firestrike does 200 damage, okay? So it's like you don't not. This is kind of like a choke and like a combination. I will just do this, then throw the fire strike. If you are lucky, when they group up, you can just destroy them. Like you don't do the choke, you will ult in front of your Reinhardt, kind of. You know? Like this one shots Ana, this one shots Baptiste, one shots Zen. So everybody who is 200 HP. And if extra damage will be applied, then others will die also. 6th way to use Baptiste's ultimate, in my opinion, is Payload ult. So essentially, you stay on the payload and you place it on the payload. The ultimate moves with the payload and you can get some nice cheeky kills to it. Okay? The two actors in the enemy team were kind of bad at acting. I'm sorry about it. But they're good guys because they're helping us out. So we need to appreciate the intention. Again, like the ultimate will move with the payload. Let's say they're going through this, you can see them, they're grouping up, using ult when they're going to drop, a little bit too early, but still you get the point. Like they cannot even touch it to it. I should have used it a little bit later, and that's about it. This is why Baptiste is really good in bunker comps, in pirate ship comps, because you can essentially ult on the payload and keep Bastion immortal with your Immortality Field. The second way to use it is kind of like a forehead way, okay? The other way to use his ultimate is for stationary targets to A, increase healing, or B, just increase damage. For example, let's say you're playing here, then can you go high ground over there? Like let's say the payload is stopped here. It's kind of like the mini combo way, but use it. It's a combination between the mini combo way and the selfish way to use the ult. You will use it for a target that is in a really good spot and will not move from that spot. Okay? Let's say they don't have anything to contest Diana. Payload is stopped here. We're fighting around this corner. Baptiste is low ground. If you want, in my opinion, you should ult in front. But if you feel like you're going to take a lot of damage, if you use this for Ana, then Ana can essentially heal for a very big number, you know? Like she will heal a lot. Also with the nade, it's going to be a ton due to it. So you essentially use it for stationary targets. Another way to use it is, again, for Zen, so to say also. Yeah, like if Zen's a good spot, you can use it for Zen.